Hello, and welcome to Equilibrium. I'm your host, Bria.
I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm not fine. It was a very tough week for America.
The week that was.
The week that was, we cannot undo it. What was done. So I don't even remember what really happened in my life outside of that. I was up at 5 a.m. Crying, and I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we have now been unburdened by what has not been.
Tim has been loving that.
Well, I was loving it before the vote, but it's really funny that she had like one phrase that she kept repeating.
I never even heard it.
Oh, I heard it every time she spoke.
I'm gonna stop Tim there before Tim goes too far. So, yes, the week that was, it happened. We've been watching a lot of different things on television. So let's go ahead and start there. I'm just gonna cut Tim. We've been watching. Tim got a free trial for Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it.
I got it to watch. Actually, I guess I just got it because it was offered, and then I started watching Lioness, which was pretty solid. Season 1, pretty entertaining show. Season 2, we're only like a few episodes in, so like season 2, I don't really care for as much as season 1 right now. But season 1, good action. It's not like the world's greatest show or anything, but it has a lot of stars in it.
Like,
I'd never know
Nicole
actors'
Kidman,
names, so that's
Zoe Saldana. I don't know who else. I'm not watching it with him. He that's a solo venture.
Yeah. There's some big people in it, but if you're asking me actors' names right now, I'd never remember people's names. But there's some big people in there. It was like weird spelling and everything. So like,
you didn't know how it was spelled when I told you what my name was.
Well, it was just weird that it was like your whole name is Bria. Everybody that I'd ever known that went by Bria, it was like short for something.
That's because.
So
anyway,
different. I've also for Paramount Plus, I was also watching House of Lies, but I dialed that back so Bria could watch with me and catch up, and she hasn't caught up because I told her she wasn't gonna like it, but she got jealous.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm on season or episode 2. I'm a busy person.
You ain't busy.
I don't have time to just lounge about.
What's the other one I'm watching? Ray Donovan
with Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not something to write home about, but it's fine. I'm like probably 7 episodes in.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, it's just fine. It's okay.
Okay. What is it about? He's like an assassin?
No, he just like cleans up people's problems in Hollywood. So like if they like accidentally kill somebody, he comes and cleans up the body and makes sure they don't like get caught.
I feel like I've seen or like that's a played out theme.
Yeah, it's pretty frequent, pretty common. But I think this show's from like 2013 or something too.
Oh,
I like
okay,
watching
okay.
those like old shows.
Okay.
This has like 7 seasons, so surely it's good at some point.
Should be. That's a Showtime thing?
Yeah.
Great.
Watching a lot of Showtime.
I am watching by myself. I finished
Must not be that good.
It was Kristen Bell and Adam Brody. Nobody Wants This.
Everybody's watching Kristen Bell shows right now.
Yeah, Kristen Bell, we had this thing that we brought up where Kristen Bell has looked like the same for over a decade. Yeah. Like she reached like looking like she's like 40 and just stopped.
I think she probably looked like she was 40 when she was like in her 20s and just never looked any different.
Yeah, she like even now, I don't know how, maybe she's like 40 now, something. She does not look any different than she did when she was like on her teen shows. It was fine. It was about Adam Brody is a rabbi, and they're like, she's a shiska, whatever it's called, which means she's not Jewish and like blonde or something. I don't know, but it was fine. Just something to watch. I wasn't watching it on mute this time. I was watching it in headphones while my baby slept. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. Yeah. I don't know what else I've been watching like Real Housewives of Potomac. Again, there's a lot of new people on there, but I don't really care. That's it. I think we watched A Quiet Place day 1.
Yeah,
don't waste your time.
Not good.
Don't waste your time.
They always have these prequels and they don't actually give you information on how it started or like even a good story on how it started. They just like drop you into a very small piece of when it started and then they give you a totally separate story. really hate bad prequels,
I
and
hate
we had
them.
this discussion where like Planet of the Apes did really well
Mm-hmm.
with the beginning of the story,
Gotcha.
and
Yep.
even like the second, what was it, 2 movies they did really well, and then the third movie went off the script and got a little weird.
It's not good.
Fourth movie was trash
I
too.
don't even remember.
I don't even remember
I
the
don't even
fourth movie.
remember.
I do remember the third movie because I was like, this has undertones that are
Oh yeah, that was not okay.
is
Yeah.
weird. It was weird.
Um, I was gonna bring up something else. Day one, yeah. So in the Quiet Place, whatever, it didn't tell us anything. Like we didn't. It was in New York City, and they didn't tell us like why, like how anyone found out that they couldn't hear, and like that was the or that they
That
could
they
hear
could
really well.
couldn't see.
Yeah. So that was
And like, how would you know they can't swim? How can
it's
you
the whole
know?
thing. Yeah.
Like, it was like they immediately on the first night knew everything
Yeah.
about them, but didn't tell us anything about like anything else.
Yes.
And also, like, if these things are like flying in from outer space, wouldn't you at least think it's like an asteroid and like know something's on the way, and not just be like dropped into the center of Manhattan and everybody's like out trying to get
You
pizza?
definitely know.
Yeah, you would know.
You would know. We know a lot of stuff.
You
that's
know if a
happening.
rock is about to hit the planet.
Yeah, because like we can track stuff for like
Yeah.
days out.
Yeah, probably longer than that.
Longer than that.
They have stuff that are like, this is gonna hit in 2040. And
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
you don't know.
Okay, yep. So that's what we watched. I think that's it since we last spoke. We finished Love is Blind. Obviously, that reunion came on uneventful. Not even worth our time, really. Nothing really surprised me.
Mm-mm. We're really excited about maths right now, though.
Tell us why.
Really excited for this season.
Well, wait. We have to get to Tim's trash talk.
Okay. All right. We'll
Maths
come back to maths.
Maths is always for last.
Um.
Oh, and then I also want to bring up some other subjects, but
Other subjects.
yeah.
Okay.
You want to get to that, or you want to go to your?
We'll just get the sports stuff out of the way real quick. It hasn't been like that eventful. I mean, I don't even know really what happened. Like, there's college football going on. There's a lot of teams losing. There's going to be like probably more 2-loss teams at the end of the season than ever in the SEC. There's actually a chance right now that you could finish the season with a 7-way tie for first for the SEC with 2-loss teams, and then it just
Auburn.
What? Auburn is possibly going to tie for last place.
Are you gonna get relegated?
It's again, the phrase when I was growing up in Alabama was "Thank God for Mississippi," because in everything on the planet, Mississippi was ranked last and Alabama was second to last. So it was like, thank God for Mississippi.
Like education, healthcare,
everything. It's a third world country
infrastructure
in both states, but we'll get back to that. With Auburn is so incredibly bad, but the only positive thing is they're not as bad as Mississippi State. Like, it used to be Vanderbilt that was terrible. No, Mississippi State is just a terrible school. I don't know why anyone would go to school in Mississippi. There's nothing there. It is a
People would argue that about Alabama, though.
Yes, but it's like if you had to rank third world countries, and like,
I don't know if we want to go down this path.
We'll get back to that.
I don't
but
know.
Anyway,
we should get back to that.
Mississippi's the pit, and that's why we have the president we have.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Okay, we're not going to touch on that.
Show. That's not what we're doing.
Fine. Well, anyway, Auburn, thanks God for Mississippi State, because they're trash, and Auburn would be the worst in the SEC if it weren't for them.
Great.
Alabama may make the SEC championship. They should probably hope they don't, because with a 2-loss record, if you lose in the SEC championship, I would assume a 3-loss team would be eliminated from the playoff. But a 2-loss team that didn't make the SEC championship probably has a better chance of making the playoff. So there's a lot of uncertainty with the SEC right now.
A lot of uncertainty.
The one thing outside of the SEC I've been excited to see is Indiana. The University of Indiana.
I have not heard you mention that.
Is undefeated.
That's the secret you've been holding.
Yeah, I've been like secretly excited about it. I mean, like, nobody talks about Indiana. They're not a real school. Like, I don't even know what they are. Like, they were good in soccer back in the day, but it's America. Nobody pays attention to that.
It's a childhood sport.
They used to be good in basketball. I don't think they even are anymore. and I'm going to ignore you said that.
That soccer's a childhood sport.
Yes.
Everyone plays in childhood, and we all move on.
It is
There's bigger, better things to do.
The world sport. You're just an
Childhood.
uneducated American.
Wow, there you go again, touching on it.
I will keep.
You touched on it again.
Keep making comments about it. The uneducated masses.
That's not what this show is.
Oh,
we're about peace.
They're gonna be watching
calm. it. We're about happiness and joy.
Right.
Do you want to get to the bathroom discrimination?
What was the other thing I was touching on? U.S. soccer. They're one of those one of those made-up tournaments that they compete in. Doesn't really matter. It's like North American, maybe South American or Central American. Something's in it. I don't think South American's included, but they're
why not?
I think it's CONCACAF, which is like North and Central.
SMH.
And like the Caribbean. But yeah, they are about to be competing in that. I think they're in the quarterfinals or something like that. So Pochettino, I do not know how to pronounce his name.
That's not the right way.
However you pronounce the new coach's name, it's his first like real competitions to judge him on, and we'll see. He's got Pulisic in the lineup. Timothy Weah, the hero of American soccer. Back? Yeah, he was added to the roster. So,
that's wonderful. Congratulations, Timothy.
Yeah, and like thank you.
I'm proud of him.
Timothy Weah is the reason that Greg Berhalter was finally
I'm so glad that they let him back.
Yeah.
Because someone racially slurred him, right? That's why he punched him?
I don't think so. I think he just punched him.
No, it was a slur.
I don't think it was a racial slur.
It was a slur.
I think that's...
I was also slurred recently. Do we want to get to that? Or
we can get to it. I'm done with sports.
Okay. So. Okay, we're ready. So we went to Alabama, the pit of America, and...
a third world country.
To visit our friend. Hello, Quentin. Thank you so much for watching. You're such a great supporter. We went to visit him, and... we went to a farmer's market, enjoying our day, having a great time. And then we go into the store, and Tim's like, Tim and I both have to use the bathroom. So Tim's like, all right, I'm going to go find the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. So Tim goes and finds the bathroom. He does not return. So I'm like, okay, Tim has found the bathroom. So
I did indeed find the bathroom.
He found it. So, while Tim's in the bathroom, Quentin and I and my baby are just like shopping around, whatever, making jokes, looking at elbow pads, being like, Tim would never wear this, because Tim would never wear that.
I would never wear that.
Never. Unfortunately, I love a good elbow pad. So Tim comes back in the bathroom. Tim's like, hey, the bathroom's over there. I'm like, all right, sounds good. Me as myself go down the same path that Tim goes. Excuse me, ma'am, do you need a dressing room? No, I don't. My white husband, who just returned from the bathroom, just said it's down here. And she's like, no, actually, that's not for public use. You can go to the colored restroom. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am.
She did not say the colored. That's what she meant, but that's not what she said.
So just because I'm black, I can't use this bathroom? It was crazy. I've never in my life, never. So I leveled up on Google Maps. We're normally local guides. Now we're like special contributors or something. I tore into that Karen, okay? Wow. I use the bathroom anyway. You know what I left for her in there?
What she'll find out later is I have about 50 Gmail addresses. So there's a lot of people that have an opinion about this. One of them will be
Sylvester.
Henry Stallone.
You're the weirdest man I've ever met. Of all names.
Frank Codus. Kevin Steele.
The reason I'm laughing so hard at one of those names is because it's an actual person.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
I guess they're all actual people, I'm sure.
Yeah, Kevin Steele's a college football coach.
Okay.
But I usually make up random names, but these
my favorite is I'm not gonna tell you. Obviously I'm not gonna reveal it to you who our fake names are.
I probably lost access. Which one?
I don't know. No, it's something I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
I go on my own. So that happened to me recently.
Randy. Yeah, we got a lot of aliases. We got burner accounts on everything.
That's the new America we live in.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it at that. Okay, it's all or nothing.
Well, I wasn't really done with that. I wanted to address how in our travels I was thinking about they keep talking about, obviously with our political situation,
That's pretty, yep,
our new leader likes to talk about, how do you want to describe it? The third world countries that he describes with explicitives about how bad they are, like Haiti. And I'm like, driving through Alabama, and I'm like, how is this not a third world country? We are just a compilation of 50 states, and like maybe 3 of them are not third world countries.
the DMV.
Yeah, there's like very small, like LA, New York, the DC area. There's a lot of cities like Jacksonville that I would not really say is a, like, I would much rather visit like Panama City, Panama. Isn't Panama considered a third world country?
I guess so. What even makes, what is that? Like, what is
It's
the
probably
consider,
just like a statute of racism, but like we'll put it how it is. I think they describe Panama as a third world city. I'm like, Panama City, Panama is much more advanced than a Jacksonville, Florida. Or I wouldn't say like Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is part of the country that actually is a first world, right?
I don't know the determination. I'm just a little black woman.
It's just interesting that our new leader, in quotes, likes to say things are like, he likes to describe third world countries the way they are, and it's like, no, this country is like 99% third world. We just have a few pockets of like advanced developed areas, and those are probably going to die with our new leader.
Where do we get here?
I don't know. I just wanted to address that
You
when
just
we were
wanted to
talking
get that
about our
off your-
trip.
Okay,
Yeah, because our
okay.
trip through Alabama, I was like, this feels like we are in a totally different country after living in a actual like progressed area of the country. We were talking about our trip before, so like that's it. Which,
Okay.
you know, that makes sense of why she battled racism there. 'cause
I've never
it's
been told
the-
to go to the colored restroom. We
Well-
fought so hard, you know.
yeah,
Yeah. It's all or
Sweet
nothing.
Home Alabama.
It's all or nothing.
Maths.
Chicago. Let me get up the names. I made sure to remember what the people's names are this time so that we can really dive in. This week we went through, well, no, it wasn't even this week. It was last week, most recently. So Carla and Juan are one couple. They just got married. Carla is Tim's least favorite character.
Why do you keep saying her name?
That's how she says it. I just want to make it, okay, Carla.
Wow.
She says Carla.
Wow.
Carla and Juan.
You're part of the problem.
I
You told
am.
her to go to the colored restroom.
I would never.
Yeah,
You
right.
would. People like you would. You're the
Well.
demographic that would.
Well, I'm from Alabama.
That's what I said. Okay, so Carla and Juan, they got married. I think they're into each other. She's like all about energy, which is really funny.
He ain't gonna like her. He ain't gonna like her.
So the thing is, for Chicago, like we mentioned last time, that there's like infidelity in this season. So Tim, like my bet was on Juan, because Juan is just like, Tim told me a long time ago, people just have that face where either like, I thought Juan had that face and Juan was going to be the cheater. But in the other commercials, it looks like it's Ikeche and Madison.
I don't think he has that face. I think he is very into himself, but
He has a face.
I don't think he has that face. I think he's
Oh.
the kind of person who, like, he will, like, his entire home is going to be filled with pictures of himself. And
Yeah.
he's very fascinated with himself, but I don't think he would, like, step out on his wife. I think he will divorce her, and I think he'll stay a bachelor for, like, 60 years and then be, like, lonely in his old age. Or he'll, like, just have somebody to, like, birth children, and then, like, they'll be, like, whatever they call it, open or whatever. But I don't think he has that face where he's, like, actively cheating. He seems like he's probably pretty religious.
You think he's religious?
I think he's religious.
Okay, interesting take. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna say married. But I do wish the best for Carla. I think she's really, really nice, and she's different. And every time she comes in, she says something strange. It just makes me laugh. Our next couple is
She's very different.
Camille and Thomas. Thomas is the one that's a twin. and he's from an adoptive family. Camille is like 32, I think, and she uh there's nothing special about her. The thing is with Thomas, when they first got married, when they were talking to the friends, Thomas revealed there's a lot of cheating in this season. Thomas revealed that he was in a 9-year relationship and he cheated at the end of it, and all the friends are like, "Okay, that's a lot." And he's like, "Yeah, I wasn't the best boyfriend. I should have, you know, just gotten out of the relationship, whatever." So I don't know how Camille would take that because she found out like her friends told her. And it's also like if you're in a 9-year relationship, what makes you like? Why didn't you get married to that person after that point? Like, what's the? I would be so angry if 9 years of my life were wasted.
I think he was probably just one of those people who he was comfortable and didn't want to get out of it because he was scared of like the
Yeah.
dating world. I think there's a lot of people we know that are like that are in relationships they don't really want to be in, but at this point they're just like, here we are.
I don't blame them. I hear a lot of bad stories.
It depends on how bad it is, though, because like if you're willing to step out, it's bad enough that like you might just as well just be by yourself. And like, I mean, like at that point, you can just like live with a friend or something, or just enjoy the free life, whatever you want to do. I don't know why I do not like Camille. Like I don't like.
I don't want to make. Nope, we're not making fun of her.
I don't like her simply based on her appearance, and that is, I mean, like, it is what it is. I don't like her appearance.
To me, she doesn't, I can't read her.
It's like body language. It's like a body language thing.
Something's off about her.
A little robotic and a little big. I don't like her.
Oh my gosh, she's not big.
It's just like it's not like.
Anyway, there's nothing wrong with being
entirely big. It's just like an awkward shaped human with no body language. Gosh. And I'm like, I don't like her. I don't know why.
I can't read her. I don't know what to think about her. I do wish. I mean, that's like a flyover couple for me this season. I think I don't really care what happens.
They're not gonna be together. They're gonna break up.
Madison and Alan. So in the like special show, they were saying that Madison was not going to like Alan, and that Madison was too attractive for Alan. So at the weddings, let's go through this. Alan shows up with like this like goatee, no beard that is like so lined up. It just doesn't look.
It's like a weird pattern because it like cut
it goes like way up here, and so it just looks weird.
It is very dark for his face, for his complexion, and it looks drawn on.
It looks drawn, yeah.
Like we were like at like the the Kennedy Center where someone looked like they had actually put felt on their face.
Yeah,
I think they had.
I think so.
I think they glued felt to their face. It kind of
like this older man. Like, it's very funny.
Kind of looked like that, and like I don't know why they're like. If she's so attractive, he's so ugly. Yeah. I'm like, she's not special. She just has blonde hair. They always say like on the show, anytime a woman
not Michelle. No one's checking for Michelle.
Michelle. I don't remember.
She's married to the big mixed guy.
Oh yeah.
She's blonde. No one's checking for her.
I think they did say they were like, she's blonde, blue-eyed, she's so pretty. I heard one of them say that. I'm like, it's so weird how they think like just because you have blonde hair. I've seen a lot of ugly people with blonde hair.
It's America.
These people aren't like special. I mean, like Michelle is lower rated than Madison, but like I don't know why people think just like you got blonde hair, you're a 10. This is why you're single at 40.
She is 38. Not Madison. Madison's 30.
This is why you're single, way past the point of the age you should be single.
You can find love at any age.
I mean, yes.
We go through this all the time. Madison and Alan, they have this like weird joke about a banana. So I think they have the same sense of humor, which is very important in marriage.
Yeah.
So we'll see. She wasn't like off put by him, but Tim was saying that she was a little drunk.
Yeah, she was drunk, but like it will probably work. I mean, like
he's rich too,
and they're both like mid-tier people.
He has a lot of money.
If you see,
he talks like Barry White.
If you see either one of them in the street, you're not going to remember them. So like that's the kind of people that probably like go well together.
David and Michelle. David lives at home with his parents, and he's like 36 years old. And Michelle found that out and was like, "What?"
Yeah.
But David lives at home on purpose. He says he just likes helping out his parents. He said his parents have been married for 40 plus years. He loves spending time with them. His mom was like, I love having my son at home. You know, it works for them. He's like, I can move out if I want to. I choose not to. But Michelle is like, that's not going to work.
I don't know why, if you were coming on a show like this, or trying to get married, or trying to be in a relationship at all, why you would not have moved out first. Because I'm like, I'm not. If I were starting dating someone and they tell me they live at home with their parents, I'm not gonna like be battling your.
You lived at home with your parents.
Yeah, and I was single. But yeah, it's just like I'm not gonna be battling curfews. Clearly, I got kicked out over it.
You're bad.
I wasn't. Who has a 12 o'clock curfew in college? It was like prison.
You were in a prison.
Yeah.
Sorry you went through that.
In a third world country.
I'm sorry you went through that.
In a third world country.
You're better
I was in
now.
prison.
Better now.
Wow.
Okay, in Ikechi. I also don't know why I said it that way. I'm just kind of coming off of Post Malone.
Wait, who are these people?
MM and Ikechi.
Who is MM?
MM is the nurse. It's only wears lavender.
Oh.
Ikechi
and
is
he
the poet.
thinks he's like a producer or something.
He's like a poet, high school counselor. He also may be the cheater.
He also owns at least 16 houses in our neighborhood.
You're so racist.
Racist. Very default look. Like the bald beard black man. Like the exact look, same body build.
Just stop.
The same person lives in our neighborhood in 16 different houses.
Oh my gosh.
By himself.
I can't stop you. I agree.
Lived next door to us for a while.
I agree.
I miss that next door neighbor.
Do come back, Ikechi. So Ikechi is like a producer, man. He's not a producer. He's like a poet / artist. I think he's a wannabe, but he's really a high school teacher.
He wants to move to Atlanta.
Stop. Just because someone is a poet does not. Anyway, do not. Ikechi may be the
He's
cheater.
He's gonna live in Atlanta. He ain't the cheater.
That is on the commercial.
He ain't the cheater.
And maybe
she was just giving the guy a hug.
No, those are two different people.
No, she was giving the guy that got cheated on a hug.
Why would she be hugging the other husband?
Just to comfort her friend.
No, I don't think. Maybe they're the cheaters. You shouldn't be hugging someone else's husband.
Maybe they are.
Do not console someone else's husband.
I really don't think that man would be cheating with a woman.
Okay, you're on a totally different path. Anyway.
I'm telling you.
Anyway. What's crazy about this season also is that they're all very strict about their racial dating lines. All the other seasons, they've been like, I'm open to anything. Chicago's like, they must be black.
Except for MM.
MM says she only wants a black. Oh, she said a man that dates black women specifically.
Yeah, she said she was fine with a white man as long as it was one that's dated black women.
Interesting take.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna think about it and get back to you about how I feel about that.
She looks like she would.
Would what?
Date outside her race.
I am so hungry. This is hurting my head.
Mkechi doesn't look.
He just combined two of their names. It's MM and Ikechi. Ikechi is the cheater.
Ikechi lives in Atlanta.
Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope you're doing all right.
Bria's not doing all right. I am. I've been doing so much research. We're trying to figure out a different third world country to live in, and whew, what a tough ask. If anybody wants to buy a house, 3 cars, any amount of furniture, the couch is for sale.
The furniture is shoddy.
The pillows.
Iffy.
Don't tell them that.
Okay, sorry. I'm not a good salesperson.
Yeah, don't tell them.
I left marketing.
Our house is amazing. It's the greatest house on earth. People tell us that it's the best house that was ever built.
You're so weird.
I was trying to say that like your new leader.
I don't have a new leader.
Well, until you get out of this third world country,
you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I probably won't.
You're not going to come on the show anymore?
I'm done. I'm tuning out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
Splitting off from my own show.
Temptation Island.
No, I don't like that. It's gonna be like
They had the ugliest people last time. Anyway, Gen Z is not it. See you guys soon.